Alright, Zach Hughes back with you on the campaign trail as we continue this video. A little bit of the issues inside Montpelier. Now over at the big issue of Montpelier over the years, the Kellogg Hubbard Library, nonprofit library in our great city. It serves not only our city but surrounding towns. It certainly has been contentious. And as you know, one of my things is we're still going to have to kind of look outside the box on this one, because this is our community center here. And of course, folks have consistently funded this center. And it's not just the library anymore, it is our center of meetings, cultural events, live stuff in the meeting rooms, stuff like that. And again, you really need to look outside the box when funding something like this, in large part because it's hard to imagine the cost somewhere in the neighborhood of $300,000, at least a couple years ago, from what I read in the numbers. I could be wrong, and I certainly will correct it if I am wrong, but that was what we were asked for 1 year, I believe, and that was a shock to me as a taxpayer down here, largely because there are other things that also could be funded with that. And I think that you do have to look outside the box. You have to be able to compromise, and this is one of the areas where compromise will have to come in, especially in the budget years. And it is hard because I am a vivid supporter of this facility here, and I always come here this is where I host one of my nonprofit organizations meetings. We've been a continuous partner for the 15 years that this nonprofit organization that I run has been in place. So again, the library is going to be a contentious issue and continue to be, certainly around the city. And if elected onto the council, I will be looking for compromise and outside the box to fund things like this. And really looking at, when we look at cost, voters really should look at the numbers. That's the one thing I did a few years ago when presented with that $300,000 number. It was just very shocking to me. And I think that's one of the areas that voters really need to look at, instead of when they vote for this stuff and then when the bill comes in, the tax rate goes up. They shouldn't be surprised by this. And again, this is where we're talking about when we're talking about funding various things. Actually, right across the way here, we have a church here, Bethany Church, that does our food. I believe they along with Trinity do food stuff by doing soup kitchens here. So when we're talking about our nonprofit sector, we're talking about this library, and we're talking about this church and the church over there as well. So that's what we're looking at, and it will continue to be a contentious issue. Again, you'll have differing opinions on this, and my opinion on the library is mixed. It is mixed, but I want to preface that by saying that I do support the library. There's no doubt in my mind that I would support this facility as our new community center. Alright, so I will be back on later. Okay. So let me see if I can stop this thing. Yeah, always